Okay, this video is going to reflect an entire exterior makeover. It's designed to give you some ideas for decorating and color schemes. And what we have here right now is a wicker based color certainteed siding. It's 4" over 4 straight lap. Now the best thing about this is a monogram siding. Monogram, when you connect it together, it does not come apart. You actually have to slide it or use a tool to get it apart from one another. So it's an awesome siding to use, especially if you're not very experienced with siding. And this could actually save you, because many times, even professionals, sometimes they'll miss, they think they have a piece locked, and sometimes it may not be locked. But certainteed monogram, at least for the East Coast here, and we're in New Jersey. So what we did here was we replaced all the windows with thermopane double hung tilts, energy efficient windows. And we did a reclad of all exterior wood. Try to get you a still shot here. And that cladding is obviously that's bent with a machine. It's called a metal brake. And that caps off all existing woodwork. And then the same thing, what we did was we ran on this particular job as an owner preference. We pan back out. We ran an undersoffit, the same wicker color to match the siding. And then what we did was we matched the cladding on all gables, gable rakes, fascias, all runs with the same wicker. And the reason that we did that is because we wanted to keep with the contrast of the white windows with the freshly painted white brick, which was used with, it was painted out with concrete mason's paint. It's like an epoxy paint, very difficult to work with. For the most part, you're rolling it or you're brushing it. It's a little hard to do through a sprayer since you really can't dilute it. And then we also had seamless gutters installed. And those seamless gutters are pressed right off the truck, and we stuck with an existing color of wicker. So basically, if you stand back and pan from the property, you have a wicker siding, wicker fascia, white clad capping, wicker soffit underneath, and then we accented everything with a forest green raised panel shutter. And what that did is that really struck a home run here, because what we did was we installed a steel clad decorative full view glass door, painted that forest green to match the shutter, and then we hung an Anderson full view on the exterior. The picture window was replaced as is. We didn't change any dimensions. That was a full picture window replaced with 2 side windows. In one other final detail, we decided to paint the gable vents for the attic in the same forest green to match the shutters, which you can see with this particular window on the side of the building. Now here's a key point. Your shutters, if you look at your actual window, if you see the top line of the shutter with the bottom line of the shutter, that's how a shutter is supposed to be. If you install the shutter to the full length of the white cladding, it's not going to give you the right effect. It does make a difference. See if I can pan to another home that has the opposite effect. Yeah, here's one way over in the distance. I don't know if I can zoom in on this. You can see how the shutter itself is a full view, and it really doesn't serve the purpose of the shutter. If you swing around to the front of the building, you'll see the same thing, especially at the top. You'll see where there's a cutoff, and at the bottom there's a slight cutoff, enough for the J channel. And the reason being is you want it to look like it shuts for the window, even though they're stationary vinyl shutters. Okay, the door itself is a gelled wind door with a decorative glass with nickel camming. Very heavy doors. You have to make sure everything's plumb level square the whole bit, and everything's accented out, and the nickel light matches the camming as well as the hardware on the door. In the rear of the property there's an addition with a box bay Anderson window setup. We took out the Andersons, which were getting old, and we put in the same matching vinyl tilt thermopane windows. And then what we did was we recladded the entire box in white cladding, which matches all the rest of the windows. This is the rear of the property. There's some extra fencing. And again, seamless gutters all the way across the top. Overall, the project with 3 to 4 men was roughly 3 to 4 weeks total. Roofing was not done, that was done by others. 2 doors are done in the back here.